Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Monday night, and we got a little bit of a surprise. We are live and, in effect, probably catching many off guard. I've not done one of these surprise lives in quite a long time. But we just have 3 people here with us right now, myself included. There are just 2 of us here, and that's Chad, Wolf, and 66 Sam. And that's may be close to all we get tonight. It's been the algorithm has been killing me today. Yes, indeed. But nonetheless, it's all right. Appreciate those of you who are here for being here. Glad you're here. All right, so let's get into some comments here. We've got Red Gilgrath, Friday SmackDown. What an effort they made. They tried, that's for sure. It's crazy what happened, but they recovered. And here's one about the all signs point to silver and platinum. Both of these metals are looking pretty good for sure. Good to see you guys. All right, we got a few more people popping in with us tonight. Stacker Ferocity, Mrs. West Texas Stacker is here. Good to see B. Taylor. Robert Rosenblatt is here. Always good to see some new folks, and people don't come around as often on these off nights. It's one of the reasons why I like to do the surprise lives, on the off nights, because we might get a little different crowd. So new people popping in, so appreciate it. Good to see Richard Haskins is here. Welcome. So let's see what Duke Nukeman has to say. He says, I have a question. I made some friends in this community, and some have either gone pro gold or have abandoned silver entirely. They're obsessed with gold and are always trying to encourage me and others to not to buy silver and buy gold instead. Is there anything else I can tell in response besides no thank you? Well, I would say that it doesn't have to be one or the other. I would say you can just diversify. I said, hey, I have no problem with gold. I'll buy gold as well, too, but I'm holding on to my silver. And I'm going to keep buying it as well. And even though I've made a notable turn in 2017 to concentrate mostly on gold, I still am buying silver and have not abandoned silver at all. And so maybe that's what you tell them as a nuance. I think that's probably a good way to approach it. There's no reason, especially in the world of precious metals, why it's got to be and or it's got to be or. It can be an and as well. All right, Red Gilchrist says it's 40. All right, now I don't know what the context of that comment is, but maybe he believes it's going to get to 40. But anyways, let's see here. Where are we at? Let's get into this. We've got MWS. I really like that South Korean coin. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Appreciate. Glad you enjoy that one. Nice piece. OC Stacker is here. Welcome, OC Stacker. Good to see you. Gaz Grill is here. Richard Haskins is with us. James Smith is here. Planet Chris. Always good to see some new faces here. Good to see, and some folks we haven't seen in a while. So appreciate you guys joining me here. And by the way, if you are just joining us here, I hope you will check out the videos I posted today. More than likely, you missed those videos. The algorithm did not push them out today, but some good stuff. So I hope you will check those out. Very good. And we got Lowen Complete Pasteur says, nice, $100 bill has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the serial number. All right, wow, I didn't, yeah, that's nice. Doesn't mean it's worth much more, but hey, it is what it is. Very good. All right, we've got Gordon Cleese says, stop the melt. That's right, yep, that's a big campaign. We've discussed it a couple times in this channel for sure. Golden Info from Michael K. Thank you, my friend, appreciate that. This is on a video about economist makes a bold claim about gold and don't agree yet. And by the way, this bold claim about gold is not regarding price. So it's a different thing, for sure. Different thing happening here. Brian Maher is here. Welcome. Long time no see. Vegas Stacker is here. X95 says in the chat, the gold to silver ratio isn't going to matter anymore. If silver is a byproduct with all the mining we've done, it's not like it's going to get better. Yeah, probably not. I don't think it's mattered for a while. I think they have kind of come apart enough that I think that it's really hard to make a decision based off of one or the other. But yeah, I think that's been the case for a while. Here comes a scammer. Let's take a scammer call here. Here we go. Hello?
Hi, this is James. How are you doing today?
Good.
Well, the purpose of my call is to inform you that the state has recently approved a new final expense whole life insurance. What it does, it is going to cover 100% cost of your funeral, burial.
One of those automated messages. Hold on.
And it will also give you an option to leave some money for your loved ones. So would you like to learn more about it?
I would.
Cool. Let me ask you this. Are you between the age of 40 and 80?
I am.
Great. I'm just going to quickly connect you with a product specialist right away. Please hold on.
All right, let's see here. Come on.
Thank you so much for holding on the line. My name is Sean Murphy. How are you doing today? Doing good?
Hi, Sean Murphy. How are you doing? I'm doing great. How are you doing? Are you doing good?
I'm doing fine. I
Good.
believe you transferred over to me to get some more details on the final expense insurance policy, correct?
That is correct. Your belief is correct. That's right. Oh, dang it. You can't deviate at all until later. I wanted to kind of boat him on, but he wouldn't take any of that either. Son of a biscuit. All right. Very good. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see what we've got going on here. So, yeah, thank you, Michael K., for watching this video about economist makes bold claim about gold. And let's get here to the next one here. U.S. from Anita Homebet. Thank you, Anita. And she also says the U.S. dollar may be a currency, but by definition, it's not money. Well, technically, it is money. It is money by definition. And so, yes, it is definitely money because it's a store of value. That's the one thing. Of course, it's not a stable store. Well, it is a stable store of value. It's just a declining stable store of value. In other words, we have inflation, and it's outside of their norm, but it's not out of control inflation. But believe it or not, and I've actually done a video about that, about is the dollar money. So yes, technically it is. All right, but very good. It's not sound money, though. It's unsound money. There's a big difference. Kevin McDonough says here, don't care what happens. I just received 2 gold sovereigns today. Congratulations on your pickup. That's great. Very good. Let's see here. And we've got this from G. Exolian. Says here, my first thought in seeing this is about May of next year when Secretary Bessent will say, cheap money for everybody, regardless of inflation, GDP, job numbers, or anything else. Herky-jerky Trump will be telling Bessent to change rates in between Fed meetings if he can get away with it legally, or Trump will just appoint himself Fed chair. Yeah. I mean, it's tough, but I'll tell you what, we have one of the highest interest rates of the developed countries around the world. So I think there's probably something political about what the Fed chair is doing. Very good. Now, James Smith, thank you for being an honorary citizen for 44 months. Wow. Good to see you, brother. All right. Lisa Anderson is here. Choking Ghost is here. And let's see. We've got Matt Wing says, love Scottsdale collection. Great info as always. Thank you so much. Glad you enjoyed that. Appreciate that. I try to show different stuff on the videos, different types from the stack and collection. So I appreciate you watching that. And My Dogma says, economists miss every recession. Yes, indeed, that's right. And a lot of those recessions, they have to, they backdate it. In other words, we don't know we're into a recession until after the next quarter, typically, when some of these numbers come out. Yes, indeed. Very good. All right. That's true. And they do miss it. I mean, it's hard to predict some of this stuff anyway, but, the current path we're going on is a steady decline. We know that's for sure, and it's going to continue at the pace we're going. No question about that. All right, Bob's on-site computer repair says, I don't know if I missed something, but I didn't hear China. And I know that China is number 2. The reason they don't show up as number 2 is because they don't actually report their real gold holding, and then it's somewhat of a mystery, but I heard several forms of media on YouTube say that they are number 2 now. Interesting. Yes, the thing is we don't know, but more than likely that's why they can't. These are official holdings, gold holdings, is what is being reported here. So according to the official numbers that they have, they're way down the list. But luckily they do have more than what they have. But I don't know that they have as much as we do. I guess it's possible. Acquisition. Is this a new uptrend? Platinum might be a great buy on dips. I think so. And your last sentence there is profound. Still, be careful. You're exactly right. no matter what I think or anybody else thinks, I'm feeling pretty good about platinum. But just because I'm feeling good about it does not mean that you should. You should weigh the information yourself to see. But I've been a fan of platinum for a long time, and I've been bullish on it. And so far it's paying off for me. But I don't know where it's going to go from here. If it's going to keep going, I think it will. But just because I think it doesn't mean that it will. All right. And Condor 1994 is exactly right. Paper money only has value because people believe it has value. Although one could say the same thing about gold, the only difference between gold and paper money is gold has a much, and did I mention much, longer track record throughout history. So not only people believe it has value, but history has proven and that's that's the intrinsic nature of what gold is. Through the course of time and through history, it's got a historic value. So that's why gold is so much better in the long run than paper money of any sort. All right, Ben Werlock says, those new paper dollars look awful. The design looks lazy and unattractive. They are supposed to be the premier paper currency of the world, and they look like they do. Yep, I know, it's crazy. It is. It's nuts. But we are so far behind in our technology with banknotes and everything else. It's crazy. All right. Wow. Yeah, Red Crawler. I saw that comment and told them and responded to it too. And Red Crawler knows the deal. YouTube is blocking stuff and it's insane. And they blocked their comment, Red Crawler's comment. I don't know why, but that's insane. I'm sorry to hear that, Red Crawler. But yeah, all he's got to do is use search. Talk about pre-33 gold. A lot have shown it. I'm going to be showing it in other videos as well. But yep, you're right. Very good. Let's see here. What we got? To dump your cups at your local LCS. I don't know what those cups are, but maybe cups of money, cups of coins. I'm not sure. But anyways, you guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. By the way, I stand ready for push-ups today. If Dilly gets here, I owe him from yesterday because I don't think he knew that I didn't do push-ups on a Sunday. But anyways, Matt Bittner with an algorithmic cup there. James O'Neill Brown, the metals are abusing me. I hear ya. I'm getting abused by this coffee. I'm going to slurp here for my pleasure. And your ears. That's right. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Very good. Fluid ounces. Maybe that's right. Fluid ounces. It could be what's happening there. All right. Someone named Fiat Currency should call Sally. Indeed, they should. All right. Very good. OC Stacker. Thank you so much. Yes, appreciate that. Anybody that shares the videos, it does help if you share that. Just get the word out there and maybe get some more subscribers. But I just appreciate the daily viewers. Rosemarie says silver will go up to $50 per ounce soon. No later than July 4th, 2025. I think Rosemarie has also made these crazy, ridiculous predictions before. I'd be willing to bet money that's not going to happen because we're just days away from July 4th, 2025. And by the way, this is the time when trading is going to be a bit light. So it's not going to happen. Sorry, Rosemarie. And I appreciate you're being bold in your prediction, stating it as if it's fact, but it's just not going to happen. The truth is, no one really knows. You may believe it's going to go there, but, when people make these statements, I would love for them to post some context as to why they feel that way. But, yeah. All right, let's see here. Richard Metcalf says, you nailed it, Sal. We don't want to see an explosion in price simply because we know what comes after. A steady zigzag climb of higher highs and higher lows is what I like to see. Exactly right. Very, very true, Richard Metcalf. There's Dilly Dog. Dilly Dog is here. So he gave us $10 yesterday. So I'm going to pay that debt now and do 10 push-ups for him today. So that's what we're going to get started. So thank you again, Dilly Dog, for that super chat yesterday. So let me give you 10 push-ups today to pay that off here. Let me put this back. And then get over here to make this thing happen. I'm going to work off some of this stuff here. Here we go. All right. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 for Dilly Dog. And thank you so much again for your support, Dilly Dog. I appreciate that super chat yesterday. Thank you very, very much. He didn't realize that Sundays I don't do the push-ups or exercises just because it's usually a lot crazier, busy and stuff like that happening. But we can do it today, and so thank you again for that. I appreciate that very, very much. As we peruse our way through, we got Fast Boy Scout. Hey, Sal, we only need to compare dollar purchasing power before COVID, and now after all the Fed money printing, what a decline. Indeed, it has been a big decline to the tune of over 20%, I think. I think that's right. Since before COVID and after, we've lost 20%, if not more, of our purchasing power. It's crazy. All right, very good. There, I get a little bit of blood flowing tonight. I can do more if so desired for anybody else that's interested in that. But let's see here. Let's move our way back through here. Oh, North Star Stacker. North Star Stacker with a 5 spot today. All right, thank you, North Star Stacker. Check his channel out. Let's give you 5 push-ups in your honor. Yes, indeed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here we go. 5 more. Here we go to make it happen. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thank you, North Star Stacker. That was the first super chat of the night. Appreciate that, my friend. Very kind of you indeed. And let's see here. We want to get to that. And let's see. We've got Rich Cybercurrent Twitcher chimes in with this comment. Let me get over here to this. He says, I've enjoyed being my own central bank for many years. And one of the bonuses that rarely gets talked about is the privacy of your savings. If you put it in a bank, that information can be shared with Lord only knows who. If you buy it with cash at your LCS, then you know what savings you have. Exactly right. Very, very true. And that's exactly, probably is what's happening for sure around. All right. All right. Thank you, Culture Currency. Hit salt to the like button. Thank you, my friend. All right. A different channel said silver is not money. Wow. Yeah. Well, and one can make a cogent argument why that's not the case. Like, for instance, there is a little bit of nuance there, and I'll explain that. I've talked about that in some videos too, but for your edification, I will do that. By the way, welcome Trevor McPhee. Welcome to Ardell is here. Welcome, Ardell. Glad you're here. Appreciate you so much for popping in tonight on this surprise live broadcast. So, Dilly, silver is not active money right now, although that is changing according to legislation from several states around the country, and according to the Constitution it still is, but it's not actively trading at any great level of volume. But it still is money. It's just not active money. It's commodity money. It's commodity money. And so there's a difference, but money nonetheless. And in reality, it's really only been, specifically for silver, just over 50, 60 years since it stopped being money, or as far as active money. But I do believe it's money, and I call it money. But I have used the definitions based off of what has been the case for a long time, for years before, but also how it's treated in the marketplace right now. In the marketplace of precious metals, gold and silver, indeed, even in the market, is seen as commodity money. So I disagree with whoever said that. Unless they say it's not active money, then I would agree with them on that. But it is commodity money, and it's dormant money. And so, yeah. And I'm going to be talking more about that in tomorrow's video. I hope you will watch. And by the way, I appreciate you guys being here. We actually have a pretty decent crowd here for a surprise live. If for those of you watching, if you don't mind watching my last 2 videos that I just posted, I did a market update, but also talking about the resiliency of gold and silver in a video today. I hope you would check that out. And about gold, the importance of stacking physical gold. So I hope you will check that video out as well. Both of those. Player One X says, the #1 precious metal channel on YouTube, hands down. There are many others that are very good, like Yankee Stacking, but this is the #1 hardest working channel on precious metal content that deserves millions of subs by now, and well beyond just 100,000. Well, Player One, thank you so much. I really appreciate that very, very much. You're very kind. I don't think I deserve that, but I do appreciate you saying it. And again, I appreciate some criticism too. I had somebody give me some pretty harsh criticism, but I accept it and I agree with some of it. Although some of it I really can't change or probably won't change, but I can see their point. But I appreciate your comment, Player One, and you're very, very kind. But I think Yankee Stacking's better than me. There's a reason why those guys have more subscribers, but I appreciate it. I do feel like I should probably get a little more than 100,000, but I do appreciate it. I just want to grow, and I'd like to get more viewers. But I'm appreciative of all those of you who have taken the time to watch and be here. Aaron asked, do I have any palladium? If you go to my channel, I've got over 8,000 videos, 8.1 thousand videos. And if you go to the search function here and type in palladium and hit search there, not only have I done videos on platinum and palladium, but I have bought platinum and palladium. And I've done palladium. I've even done a full palladium stack. That's right. In fact, if you want to see that, if you type in palladium stack here, palladium stack in the search function, you will see full palladium stack. I did. I don't get very many views, but yep. So yep, the answer to that question is yes. And oh, thank you so much, Cybercrime Twitcher, who is here. He posted a comment with a link to the most recent video on silver and gold holding strong. Thank you so much, CCT. Check that out. Appreciate that. Silver Oceans is with us. Good to see Silver Oceans. Hope you're doing well. Check out Silver Oceans' channel. Let's see here. But there that is. So thank you again so much. Good to see Eagle Steve is here. Glad you're here. And Don is with us tonight. Good crowd. Appreciate you guys popping in here tonight as we peruse our way through. You never know. A scammer may call us, but we're not going to hold our breath. Unless we see it start to ring, and then I'll hold my breath until I answer it, because then I know I'm not going to die. Salute says, I'm sure I speak for all of your subscribers expressing a multitude of gratitude for your work and effort to post useful content every day, Sal. From one Sal to another. Thank you, Salutes. I appreciate that. Very kind of you indeed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Honored and humbled. You guys are really amazing. I really appreciate your viewership and kindness. And we've got Simon Oakley says here the following. Let me get over to this. I love your videos, so you're honest with your thoughts. And there are too many YouTube wannabe experts who keep saying it will hit 5K silver and will hit 2K. To be honest, complete fools, a lot of them. I'm just like everyone else. Nobody knows what will happen, but 5K gold won't. Is for one thing, and the BRICS nations want to trade with gold, so I don't think China will want to sell 5K worth of gold for 1 ounce of gold. That's why I think China will want to reset the price a lot lower to get more gold for the goods, as we will all buy from China. And China doesn't need to buy as much back in return. That's just my thoughts. Well, they're mining a lot of gold too. They're probably not telling us a lot of what they have, but yeah. He's a UK stacker, but I bought my any gold for 2 years since price shot up. With the war in Ukraine, but I believe when it ends, price of gold will drop again. The sovereigns I've got when I first started cost me 40 pounds when gold shot up to 100 of them. Off them, I believe price will go back down. Over 200 sovereigns now if I sell. Yeah, so there you go. He's gotten some sovereigns and holding on to those. That's a good. He's collecting the coin in his realm. So that's great. Thank you again. Thanks for all your great videos. Thank you so much for your kind thoughts there. Appreciate that. All right, very good. And yes, indeed. Thank you, Alan Church. Appreciate that, my friend. Glad to see you. And B. Taylor is here. And Dave the Bear. Oh, before we continue, Marcus Aurelius is back with a $5 super chat. Says, hey, Sal, bet you an ounce of silver. We end July over $42 spot. P.S. You're the best. Well, thank you. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Marcus Aurelius. Let's do this. Let's make it a $42 bet instead of an ounce of silver. So if silver hits $42 an ounce by the end of July, I will pay you via PayPal. I can only do it via PayPal, friends, and family, Marcus Aurelius. But I will pay you $42, friends and family, to your PayPal account if you have that. Okay? So if you have that, if you have PayPal, friends, and family, I can do that, and I'll take you up on that bet. Is that good? But now I owe you 5 push-ups. Dinner is served. All right, thank you, Silver Heist. Appreciate that, Silver Heist. All right, here comes another scammer, though. I'm going to get Marcus's push-ups here, but let me know if that works out for you. Here comes a scammer calling us. Hello?
Hi, Jim. It's Pam with Leadership Focus.
Hi, Pam. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm so sorry that I've been so busy. I missed the clock when it was 3:10.
That's okay, and it was actually supposed to be 3:10 on Tuesday or Friday of last week, but that's all right.
Friday, I know.
Yeah.
I couldn't get a phone call in edgewise. We've been so busy. So
Wow.
I just wanted to make sure you got your application.
Right.
And if you had any questions, I know you did want to talk about the application, but we don't make the decisions on rates, and we match your application with a lender that will approve you.
Okay, well, couldn't I just cut out the middleman and find a lender myself? Could I do that, Pam? Is that possible? Or, because I was hoping you could help me find the best rates. I thought that's what you were there to help me do, Pam.
That's what I'm going to help you do, but I do need your application and statements back.
Yeah, but couldn't you just hook a brother up with some of the lowest rates places first? So, like, let me answer a few questions for you, and then you can take that information and see what's best for me before I fill out all that stuff and get all that stuff together, because that's going to take me some time to pull all this stuff together. You know what I'm saying?
My application is very simple. So
okay, let's do it over the phone. Let's do it over the phone.
Pardon me?
Let's do it over the phone since it's simple. What's the first question? You want to know how much I earn a month?
No. I'd rather you fill it out because you have to sign it. So
yeah, but I don't want to sign something that's not going to be. I'm putting information, Pam. What this is, I've got to be very careful. I've got, you ever heard of Bubble Boy, Pam? You ever heard of Bubble Boy?
I think so.
Yeah, Bubble Boy. There's a Seinfeld episode. This guy had to stay in a bubble, okay? Because he didn't want all the bad guys going out and getting him. That's the germs and the microbes. And I'm a germaphobe, which means that I'm fearful of germs. I don't like to get sick. And so I can
agree with that.
So let's just say you drop some pulled barbecue pork on the ground out in a parking lot somewhere. I will pick it up if it's only been on the ground for 20 seconds or less. I've got a 20-second rule for that kind of thing. In my mind, the way I think and logic ensues that there's the bacterium and the virus has not enough time in order to infect that pulled barbecue pork. So I can pull it off of the ground and eat it safely. But if it's beyond 20 seconds, well, I'm probably going to leave it there. I'm going to let that cooked flesh just rot in the sun, in the big sun baking on the tar. Same thing with filling out this application. I'll be glad to tell you stuff over the phone to just get an idea of what we're dealing with here. But if I fill an application and sign my name to it, who knows what's going to happen to it? It's the 20-second rule, and we need to make sure that we're all in the up and up here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get bombarded with a lot of calls. I hardly ever get calls from anybody. That's why I enjoy talking to you, Pam. There's nobody that calls me making these kind of offers. You know what I'm saying? So I want to try to limit this. I don't want to, because people sell my information and they send it across far and wide to all these reptilians. There's these reptilian overlords that are out there, Pam. And I don't want these. Now, there's some reptilian overlords that are nice people, but there's others that are not very nice, these overlords. You know what I'm saying? I do not want to be infected by them.
Okay, well, let's go through this quickly because I have lots of people.
Right. Okay, hold on.
Wanna
I gotta
help.
psych up for this, Pam. Let me do a couple push-ups real quick. I gotta do 5.
Okay, I'll hold on.
Okay, hold on. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My back was straight. I was able to do those to fulfill my obligations. You know what I'm saying? So we can do that. By the way, you've got a great voice, Pam. Do you sing by any chance? I'm making this guess.
Oh, no. No. You would not want to hear me sing.
Well, you might be surprised,
appreciate
Pam.
that.
You have this rich voice that just exudes sort of this sultry, exotic, erotic a melody that just shoots out across these telephonic lines. You know what I mean?
Okay. How much are you looking for?
How much am I lifting? I just did
Looking
looking for
finance.
in finance. I'm looking for a good amount of money for finance. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to get about $120,000. Is that?
How much is your revenue monthly?
My revenue monthly is exactly $98,000. It always is. $98,000. That's right. And there's always an and, isn't there?
What type of business are you in?
We are in manufacturing. That means we build things. We build things for the people out there. Right now, we're working on a special silver-infused microbe injection for sheep, okay? And what this is going to do, we need money for this. We're going to inject it into sheep so that they can be able to, when their wool grows out, they will be able to have silver atoms infused in the wool. So when they fleece these sheeps and they make clothing out of them, the silver's already there. It's a pretty ingenious move, isn't it?
Well, what purpose does the silver serve?
It's antimicrobial, and it's valuable. We love silver.
Oh, antimicrobial.
Antimicrobial, yeah. You can Google that term. I didn't make it up. I promise I didn't.
I'm a pretty smart girl.
I think you are. That's right. This thing's is really good. It's good, obviously. And so, they put it in clothes, but why not just have it there from the very beginning so we can fleece the sheep?
Right. That's a simple fix.
But let's keep this. But this is a patent pending thing. And by patent pending, I'm not talking about Pat Benatar. She has nothing to do with this, okay?
Nothing.
And but what this is, it's going to be something that is not fully developed yet, kind of like my personality. But at the same time, this thing is going to be the bomb diggity, and it's a new thing. So in other words, nobody else is doing this yet.
Right. It's new.
It's also anti-werewolfial as well, and we're gonna probably.
How about new for the ew? Aren't they called?
Ooze, that's right. Ooze, that's right. We'll do. I love it. That's a great. That we might even use that phrase. We might have to pay you a royalty on it, but we might be able to do that. New for the ew. That's right.
It's free. Okay, what's your business legal name?
It is. Well, let's see. I've got a couple we've been throwing around here, but the latest iteration of the company name is going to be Sheeptastic Enterprises Incorporated. Sheeptastic Enterprises for this company. I mean, there's a parent company, but we're going to use this child company for it. Sweet, okay. And it's the parent company refers to this particular child company as the sweet child of his. Okay.
Okay, and
that means
the business legal name.
That means he likes this one the best.
Okay.
All right. Very good. Yes,
okay,
indeed.
Let's see. We got that.
Yeah.
Next is state of your corporation.
It's the state of confusion.
New Jersey. Aren't you in New Jersey?
Oh yeah. New Jersey. I thought you were talking about like the state of the mind of the people in the company. Yeah. Okay.
No.
Yeah. No.
You wouldn't want to ask around about that at this point.
Okay, I'll do that.
How long have you been in business?
15 years.
Oh, good man.
I've been in business for 15 years for the past 7 years, by the way, just so you understand. It's a space-time continuum thing, and that's always my standard answer. It's been my standard answer for the last 7 years since I started, dealing with these situations. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
And And your industry type. Let's see. Industry type.
Industry type. Manufacturing. Manufacturing.
Oh, okay. It seemed like it might have a factor within that, but I'll go with that. Manufacturing. And let's see, what else? Email. I have your email. I don't need, I believe.
Right. Yeah, you got it. That's the one.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
And business address?
23 Peach Street, Monroe, Louisiana. Monroe, Louisiana. 71202. That's right.
And what was the street name? I didn't quite catch it.
Peach Street. Peach as in the fruit.
Oh.
There's a fruit that's very fluffy and it's got a little fur on it. It's got a little. It's the only fruit that has a skeleton that's made up of one bone.
Gosh,
one bone.
Where did you go to school?
I went to Fordham School of Finance in New York.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Good stuff. Yeah, and we learned all about like the fruits, like cranberries, appleberries, blueberries. And
in a school of finance?
School of Finance, yeah, because there's a lot. The reason why is because there's a lot of analogies with fruit in the world of finance. So we have to understand that language when people speak in that, and it's all stuff that's dark coded, or it's back end talk when they're talking, coding and things like that,
right,
for stuff that's been going on even before the age of computers. Making references to cherries, like the term cherry picking, for instance. Cherry picking.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's where that came from. So we have to study these fruits to understand all these analogies.
Huh. That's fascinating.
Yeah. I still think you got a great singing voice.
Your credit score.
My credit, I don't have it handy dandy with me, but I can tell you it's above and above and beyond the average.
Okay, so I don't know, 800?
Probably thereabouts. Yeah, I would say that's probably a fair assessment.
Okay. Do you have any MCA or loan accounts?
I do not have any MCA or loan accounts, but I'd love to get a couple.
Okay.
I would love to be able to. Yeah.
Judgments, tax liens.
I judge nobody. I look at everybody equally, I mean, unless they vote Democrat, then I probably will judge you then. But other than that,
I know. I'm right there with you, and I live in California.
There you go.
Can just imagine the pain.
The pain, the suffering. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. Well, very good.
Companies in your name, correct?
That's right. It's in my name.
100% ownership?
100%. That's right.
Okay.
There's so much responsibility, but I'm willing to take it.
Good man.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, well, the only thing I can't do is attach 3 most recent business...
bank statements?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I have a hard time doing that, too. It's crazy.
Well, I need you to do that so that you can attach it to the blank form. I'm here for you. So
all right, yeah. All right, nice. I will have my girl get those together and maybe have them fax them to you, and we'll do that. We'll run it through Newsom's office and see what he says, and then we'll.
Don't even. Okay.
All right.
Go. I'll take care of it for you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Pam. Take it squeezy. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Oh, let's see what we've got happening here. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Let's see here. All right. All right, where we go? Let's see here. Okay. Okay, Dave here says, this is a great channel. You seem to be genuine and consistent with thoughts of your own. And that's why I like tuning into your channel, because you have a unique perspective. Sound intelligent, you speak intelligently, especially when you're going over the COMEX. I appreciate that information or that video. There's a lot of channels that share simple notions and that are sometimes nonsensical. Well, thank you. And I have been known sometimes to ramble from time to time, so I apologize in advance for that. But thank you for that, and I appreciate it. I try my best, but I don't script my videos, so anyways. But yeah, so sometimes, but thank you for noticing that. I hope I don't disappoint you in that area in the future, but thank you, Dave the Bear. Appreciate that. Mr. Happy Stacker says, thanks, Sal. Thank you so much, Mr. Happy Stacker. Appreciate it. And Rick's Talented Tongue says, as always, gold getting smashed in the pre-market and maybe heading back down to 3,100 range. The fake market is silly and stupid and ignores reality while faithfully serving the bankers. Yes, indeed. That's right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sal. Thank you, Tom's Moon Pie. Appreciate that. And let's see here. And there's Yankee Stacking that's with us. Good to see you. How do you find a unique perspective? Unique on it. There you go. Exactly. Good to see Yankee Stacking is here. You guys check out Yankee's channel. All right. And let's see here. And Matt Bittner with an algorithmic tunes here happening here tonight. Thank you, Matt Bittner. And Gary Too Tall says platinum going higher. I think it is. I still think we got room for platinum to grow. And I've been pretty bullish on platinum for a long time. But again, that's just my feelings on it. I know it's a riskier metal to get into. Some guy recently, forget the name, the channel, but he posted the biggest platinum stack I've ever seen, over 200 ounces. It was crazy, and it was wild to see, but crazy. All right, let's see here. And what do we have? We've got Mike Purr says, thanks, Sal. I've noticed this comment deleting as well. Absolutely disgusting that YouTube is doing against our right of free speech. Well, YouTube technically is a private corporation. They can police and censor all they want to. It's a platform, although I don't think it's not good. Does not make good business sense for them to do it, though. They're shooting themselves in the foot by doing it. So I do agree with you that it's disgusting. I would think that a platform like this would be more open and inviting. But I know I've lost subscribers because they think that I've deleted their comments when I've not done it. That's why I do these videos every couple of months, every 6 months or so. All right. So that people understand what's going on here. Because I've gotten no help from YouTube on it at all. I've reached out to them about it. Currently watching the market. All right, there you go. Yes, the market has been crazy, and we've got a recovery of prices today, surprisingly enough. All right. And we've got Laura Smith here says, I try to watch daily. If I fall behind, I try to watch Saturday mornings. Keep up the great news and insightful tips on precious metals. Well, thank you, Laurie Smith. I appreciate you watching. It means a lot. And I know your time is valuable, and it takes a lot to keep up with me posting daily. But so it means a lot to me that you will watch for sure. And, you know, I understand people have lives and things going on, and you can't always watch daily. So I certainly can understand that. So I appreciate it. All right. Let's see here. My politics lost my subs. It could have. There's some who have gone away because of my politics, but I don't proselytize that. I don't like, just like constantly talk about it or what have you. But I've been known to speak to express myself, not as often in videos, but I have in videos before and in the live streams. So usually when I'm responding to some comments, I'll talk about it, but I don't tend to proselytize it. But anyways, let's see here. Rob's Numismatic Archaeology is here. Appreciate you guys joining us here tonight. William Spencer, an algorithmic emoticon from the live stream. Appreciate that. And it says, Danny's Zubladu 3697 says here, they're being hypocrites, Sal. They delete many of my snarky comments, not on your channel, yet I still see ads just about every week. They may be called banner ads with inappropriate content. Yes, the headline might read USA camping supply, but the image is very adult. Clean up your act, YouTube. Thanks for the video. Yep, and that's one thing I don't like is the hypocrisy. For sure. I agree with you on that. All right. And let's see here. All right, there you go. That's right, Matt Winge. Appreciate that, Matt, for popping in, being here. We got Paul Tissue is here with us. The Dad Dan is with us as well tonight. We've got Arby says, comments start out by default as top comments, not all. Click sort and select newest first. It shows all comments from newest to older. Yeah, sometimes that's right. Sometimes you've got to select that to see where your comment is, or just scroll down, because it is always top first. I don't know why they do that. They shouldn't order comments. I guess maybe they order them by the most liked comment. If a comment has a lot of likes on it, that may be the way they do that, but that is possible. But let's see here. All right. Okay, and thank you, Paul Tissue. I appreciate that, my friend, for being here, staying here. And let's see. Hello, T Blue. Good to see you, T Blue. Glad you're here. And Jay Monley says, the disappearing comment phenomenon seems to be becoming much more of a regular thing. YouTube needs to address their impotent tools. Indeed, they do. Kookaburra Man says, good stream and big thumbs up. Thank you so much. And let's see here. Kenny Ledford says, my favorite YouTube channel, Precious Metals, hands down. Appreciate you, Sal. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate that very much. And we've got Errol Collins says, my best interpretation is that we're gaining a run up now for the next upwards upon the failed follow through of the head and shoulders pattern following the basic uptrend resistance. All right. And it very well could be. We'll see. Run up for the next leg upward. I hope that's the case. And Beyond Tilted says here the following. YouTube shadow deletes certain words. I found out a few of them by trial and error, usually in reference to profanity or politics around certain controversial issues. I tried to overt notified banning during. I was even temp banned once for stating a legal and definitional fact about one of these issues, and they notified me beforehand that I typed the fact again. They would ban me for a day, but I did it anyway. Then they just started shadow deleting the comments. Interesting. Yeah, because I don't know that other people have gotten any warnings for their comments being deleted. I think they should at least do that, because they don't know how and why it's getting deleted. You know, that's the thing. I think that's really what should be happening, is they need to make that work and tell people what's going on. Even if it's just an automated message that, hey, we're YouTube and we deleted your comment, and it violated whatever the reason they give, so that it's not put on the channel. Dashim Cooley, I have no problem coming down a little. I still want to buy more, hoping it makes it to 34.50. Yes, I hear you. As a buyer, I wouldn't mind seeing that either as well. John says, silver back over 36. Yes, it sure did. It recaptured that, which is great. Even the big bullion banks are finding it tough to suppress. Let's see how the tussle goes through to quarter and close of day on Monday. Yes, indeed. And yeah, in fact, you know what? We're going to actually see what silver is doing today and the aftermarket trading over there in Asia, because it is that time, right? Let's see what we've got here. It is down slightly, down 2 cents. 2 cents. All the other metals are up, but silver is pulling back a little bit. Just slightly, though. Down 2 cents to 36.15 and Asian trading here. So, yeah, it's crazy. All right. All right. Let's see what we've got happening here. Let's move forward here to this. We've got David Covet Sovereignty. Says here, the creators built this channel and then came along DARPA, Google, and bought it out. The system allows the scam bots to continue because they use every means possible to drain your pockets and make you more susceptible to the UBI. Changed my channel name into Objective Sovereignty. All right. All right, thank you. Yes. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. There could be cahoots. It's just crazy. It's just so frustrating when all the scam comments come through every single time, and legitimate users make a comment they don't like for whatever reason, and then they get rid of it. All right. Rusty Nail says you're the best, Sal. Thank you so much, Rusty. Appreciate that. Very good. Mark Barr says, like your show, as you say, keep stacking. There you go. Good idea to do. Niels Han Dynasty, still alive. I didn't know you had any threat of dying, but I'm glad you're okay. Niels Han Dynasty, I don't know what the backstory is on that, but glad you're here. Good to see you. And Kookaburra Man says, keep it real and you will be all right with me. There you go. Thank you so much. You're at 95.5, brother. Almost there. Would love to see you. Thank you so much, Roger. Yes, getting there. Slow, and it's growing even slower. But anyways, but hey, we'll take it. I'll take every new subscriber we get and every new view for sure. Rare says, I watch everything you put out. Most of the times I watch multiple times. Wow, well, thank you. That is very kind of you to do. I appreciate it. That does help. It may be the best thing to do. I tell you what, if one way you can kind of support the channel free, if you ever wanted to do this, is if you set up a playlist and just hit play, and you can go do something else and let that playlist run through, or you could set up to automatically go to the next video on the channel. That would help. Even if you just watched one more other video, I've got 8.1 thousand of them. So, and just walk away. You don't have to actually actively watch, but that does help the watch time and gets it out to more people. That's kind of a little cheat that you can do if you ever were interested in that. But yeah, that's cool. Thank you. Kookaburra Man, with how much money goes in this platform gets thanks to you, you would think they would at least give you answers to your questions. Yeah, exactly. That's true. The thing is yes, this is a revenue sharing platform where they're making money off of me, even more so than I'm making money off of them. So it's really benefiting them, YouTube, more than it is me. So you would think they would give support, a little better support than the way they've got. But anyways, I don't know. But you're right. Good point, Kookaburra Man. And let's see here. We've got, he also says, once you reach 100,000 subscribers, the only thing that I care about is what 79 looks like. There you go. Well, I can't promise to see what 79 looks like. If I could, I would make that commitment for sure. All right, Kimo says, Sal, you put out great content, I believe. Some of the other channels that grow bigger and faster the metals world do so because they have several giveaways. It's not that important to me, but it appears that many flock to chances of winning a couple $100 worth of gold and silver. And that's precisely the reason why I don't do it. I don't want to be perceived. That's one of the major reasons why I don't do giveaways, is that I don't want to be perceived as just buying subscribers or having them come here just for the giveaway. That's not how you're gonna do it. That's right. Very good. That's right. Yep, that's right. Super chats. YouTube takes a cut of those as well. That's why I've got the PayPal friends and family as another option. There's all of that 100% goes. But yes, indeed. Very good. And, oh yeah, that's right, B. Taylor. Yeah, the scam playlist. I need to cut them out of the live streams because that's where they all happen. And I've not done that lately. But yeah, there was a couple of them that I was like, man, I need to cut that out, and then I forget about it later, as I got so much. But anyways, Billy Dog thinks that silver's new bottom is going to be 36. It's certainly setting itself up for support and around that area. I could see that happening. I could see it being support around 36. I'm not quite with you on that quite yet, but I think it is possible that we could see that happen. Is so close to 36 right now. It's like right on the edge that I think we need to see it stay comfortably above 36, like 36.50, 36.75, and maybe even hit 37 again for a little bit before we can really say that for sure. But it is close. It is close, Daily Dog. Yes, indeed. Very, very close. Gus Wilson. There are other platforms, Rumble, they have free speech. YouTube has in the last months. I've had a lot of people upset with the crap. We love you, Sal. Thank you. Yes, indeed. And Rumble, used to actually take and harvest my videos from here over to their channel. To upload a video on Rumble is a pain in the rear end, and the revenue is horrible. It is absolutely horrible over there, and I'd have to start over. I'd completely have to start over there. And I've got videos uploaded there, but hardly anybody watches over there. All right, let's get to Bill Arrington. Says this, Sal, I still consider you the godfather of the stacking channel, so thank you, my friend. He watches 90 to 95% of all the vids that you put out over the past 7 years or so. Well, thank you. That is quite an honor. That is quite impressive that you watch that much. That's amazing. I don't always comment, especially if I have nothing pertinent to say, but I always thumb up your videos before I even watch them. I watch all live streams on Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. I don't always comment in the chat because it's always at 6 p.m. when I'm cooking dinner, but I'm always listening. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Your time is valuable, and so it means the world to me, or at least this hemisphere that you're watching and commenting. So that's awesome. Thank you so much. Very good. Thank you, my friend. Very much appreciate you. More than you know. And Tape Savas, I once read a Livermont's bibliography about the big funds massively investing in the hundreds. Okay. Wow. Interesting, interesting. Ludo, go on with your own style, Sal. Live streams are a bit difficult to follow living in Europe due to the time difference. Yes, I certainly understand that. Yep, given the time difference, makes sense. To be honest, apart from the bots, the comments you get from the community are 99% positive, constructive, and informational. Thank you. Yep, a lot of good support here, and I really do appreciate it. And by the way, I don't want people to be just sycophants either. I certainly do appreciate when people have differing points of view as well. I welcome it. So I would never think any less of anybody, because most people are going to be respectful in that regard. They disagree on analysis or what have you. So yeah, but thank you. All right. Recon Tillertad 7838 says here, China and Russia are buying silver. Some billionaire just bought 1 billion ounces of silver, if I'm correct. Based off that, I decided to pick up 30 ounces of Canadian Mint last night, regardless of the outcome. It's a great day to save money and hold on to what's yours. Exactly right. There's something about that. They cannot take the value of gold and silver away. They can steal it from the dollar, rob you blind with inflation, but they cannot do it with gold and silver over the long course of time. That's for sure. Thank you. Andrews is coming from Puerto Rico. Good to see you. Steely the Stacker is here. Welcome. And we've got Fufu Base. Okay, but if you had to sell gold, doesn't the government want 27% in capital gains tax? How to deal with that? I would say if you sell just a small amount at a time, an ounce here or there, ounce there, if it's gold eagles and American gold, they won't take anything. I think there's no capital gains on that. But if it's other stuff, just sell it in bits and pieces to where like under $10,000 worth at a time. I think that's the best way to do it. Yeah. Whatever you can do to avoid filling out those forms, do it. Because how are they going to calculate capital gains tax on it? Especially with inflation. It's robbery. Do whatever you best to legally. The term is to avoid legally, but not to evade taxation. So if you can find a way to do it legally. Anyways, Master Blaster says, have 30 to 60 days of cash on hand. Have precious metals on hand. 60 days of food, 60 days of meds, and a protection device. The SHDF takes longer than 70 days. We're all in deep Kamisi. That's exactly right, for sure. And Simon Oakley says, paper money needs to stay. Once it goes to all digital, we're all doomed, as they will know everything we do and what we buy. That's right. That's why cash is king. That's right. C. Phipps says, well, I'm convinced heading to my LCS this morning to add to my stack. There you go. On my video from this morning, he's referring here to the best case for owning physical gold ever. Yes, indeed. So we check that out. Very good. Okay. Let's see here. And we've got Gregory Green. Says The big problem, let me get over here to this. He says, the big problem with physical metal for me is that 99.9% of the businesses won't take it, so you are immediately beholden to the whims of an LCS or pawn shop to get fair value for usable money. That's a huge problem, and one that is only going to get worse as physical money, including cash, is going away. The other issue is the absolute rampant amount of fakes and purity issues for the metals market. You've got certified slab coins being counterfeited now. You just can't trust anything. If you're a collector and have it, if you're an investor, avoid all the problems. Just go spot price ETF or metal position. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Gregory Green, and that's why I'm not totally against ETFs. However, it's worth doing that and having, because even if LCS or pawn shop give you back a spot for it, it's not going to be that much back of spot for it in most cases. And by the way, it's a big market out there. You can shop around to find the best places to sell your precious metals. Summit Metals, by the way, also sells precious metals, or will buy your precious metals from you. And so you can get a quote to have to sell it back to them. And believe it or not, some of the bullion dealers will give you probably a fairer price than some of the local coin shops out there too, just depending on what you've got, how much you have. So keep that in mind too. Obviously, shipping is an issue, but you can talk to them about that, but that is something to consider. All right. G. Hemmock says here, what are your thoughts on gold backs as holding for physical gold? Holding, would not advise holding gold backs to stack. Strongly advise against it. If you want to collect them, that's fine. Get the different notes from the different states. Understand you're going to pay a premium for them. There's a massive premium on gold backs in that way. So I would not stack them. However, if you know of a place where you can transact in them, but then I would be holding some for those transactions. You can stack them for them as long as they know, as long as they will accept it. And the most important thing, honor the exchange rate. All right, have a good night, CCT. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you so much, Cybercurtain Twitcher. Check his channel out. He is awesome. He stayed up late for us. As usual, I appreciate you, my friend. Cybercurtain Twitcher, the one and the only, got a great channel. He's been hard at it for a long time, as long as I have. It's pretty amazing. All right, very good. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, speaking of CCT, he's got a comment here. Good comment on this video from this morning. And I appreciate him watching it. Physical gold is absolutely the only way I would invest in it. As soon as you have any digital savings, you also have a digital paper trail that governments can use to screw you over. I could walk into my LCS today with a couple quarter-ounce coins, and he would hand over the cash. It might be a different scenario if I went with a couple 1-ounce coins, but thankfully for me, I don't have that as many as most of my gold holdings are half-ounce or less, yes. And that's something for having the fractional as well, too, in those cases. Yes, indeed. All right. All right. Let's see here. Lula Lucky chimes in, says here, the king of fishing doesn't involve cell phones or computers. I love you, Sal. No worries about silly, picky people with bent feelings and too much time on their hands. Yes, indeed. Thank you, and I'm honored and proud to have you as a viewer. Vaughn Morrissey is here. You missed a scam call earlier. We had a fun scam call, unscheduled, but made it happen. It was pretty fun. And let's see here. Just answering some comments, having a good time here. Yes, indeed. Long-term survival of fiat currency, not good. Likely, fiat currencies won't die in the traditional sense. In other words, a dollar is not going to die, just wither away and just go away. It's going to be reset, just like kind of it was. There were soft resets in the past with the dollar, maybe 1913 being the first iteration of it. But there's been several of those. More likely we're going to see more of that happen. But sooner or later, something's going to happen where they're going to revalue things because of the unsustainable debt. And that means some people predict a Gessera or a Nacera type situation. And I don't think it's going to be that extreme. I don't know that they could get away with it. But nonetheless, there's going to be some sort of reset. But it won't be a dying on the vine, so to say, leaving a vacuum of monetary you know, ambiguity. Scott's Coin Bro says here, just got my 2025 Silver Eagle to complete my set. I just have to buy one a year because 1986 to 2024 last year I have chilled out on buying this year. When I do buy these dips, I'm buying more numismatic collectible Morgans and British Victorian crowns. All right, there you go. A little bit of a collector he's got going there. I like gold I can hold in my hand, says Bikini Woman, and I'm with you on that. I do like that as well, too. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. Good to see Constitutional Stacker. Long time no see. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Good to see Constitutional Stacker. All right. And let's see. All right. Wigga Paul says, I'm no Dr. Sal, but I do believe you have gold fever. Indeed. I'd say that's a safe assumption. And Stephen Colwell says, every freaking month they say silver's going up. Sounds like the boy who cried wolf. Yes. Well, the thing is it has gone up every single month, just not as much as they say it has would, you know. He's been wrong a lot, making these crazy, insane predictions. And I'm bullish on silver, but I have not predicted, you know, crazy prices, and I've even been wrong more than I've been right about silver. I've been right about silver for my year-end predictions 2 times, and I've just revised my prediction for silver again this year, and I wish I could have taken it back because I don't think it's going to get that high, but I'm going to stick to it just for fun. Barbara Wall is here. Good to see you, Barbara Wall. All right, let's see here. And let's see what we've got here. John Powell says, that's a problem. Nobody has any idea how things will be if we get to the point of having our metals to live. Yep, it would be a very bad situation for sure. Here for this algorithm. Thank you. Those comments and your viewership mean a lot to me for sure. Appreciate that so much. Nice coin, Sal. Thank you, Mark Base. Appreciate you watching and noticing. And Silver Sleuth says, the best case for holding physical gold is just in case. There you go. Exactly. Just in case. I like it. I like it. I like it. Richard Metcalf, debt-free and sitting on a stack. Life is good today. It sure is. Congratulations on being debt-free. That's awesome. All right, so there's a list of no words that I'd love to see that list. I wish they would share it with us, says Aaron Pauly. If you have just one in your comment, it gets deleted. It happens to me all the time. It's so bad that it's like trying to avoid landmines. Yes, walking on eggshells is another way to put it. But yep, you're right. Exactly. Where are we at? Okay. Okay, let's see what we've got here. We've got Plunamarabana says the following. 100% Sal, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Storage, protection, and risks that need to be considered. And also a few years back when the world shut down, a lot of bullion dealers were closed temporarily as non-essential services. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's exactly right. Prepare for any kind of contingency that could come your way. You never know. You never know what could happen. Sign Up is here. Good to see Sign Up. Good to see you guys. And very good. Creeping up with this. Yeah, it's going to be a little while, but yeah, maybe one day I'll get it. We'll see here. But thank you. Johnny Niscari, with all the chaos, common felon Trump, who would think metals would go through the normal summer doldrums? All right, yeah. Johnny's not a fan of Trump. But yep, there's a lot going on in the world today for sure. And I know Trump has, obviously caused some unknowns and uncertainty with the tariff situation. He's ruffling feathers a lot, and that is rattling the markets for sure. But some of that has really settled down as of late. So and that's something to consider as well. But thank you for your thoughts, Johnny. And let's see. We've got Stephen Newberry, 116 degrees in Phoenix today. Wow. Monday, June 30th. That is crazy hot, but probably not terribly uncommon for that part of the world. Although it does seem even fairly high for from what I remember from Phoenix. Richard Metcalf, a nervous market and a weak dollar was responsible for all of silver's gain. Silver would have lost ground had the dollar not lost more ground. The drop of the dollar seems to be accelerating. It does seem to me now under 97 for sure. Very good. All right, let's see here. And see where we're at. Yeah. I might need to do more push-ups here. Let's see here. Randy Anderson, COMEX AG held exactly at 35.88 for hours today. Then in the last hour went around 35.95. Closing this quarter up around 36 is a very good sign, I believe. I think so too. I agree with that. Mo Silver. Let me get over to this. Mo Silver says, the spending will never decrease. They know exactly the path that we're on right now, over $36 trillion, and the interest gets compounded. It grows all by itself, even if we don't add to it. Yes. Yes, the interest definitely compounds, and that's a problem. That's one of the reasons why Trump wants to get rates lowered. A new silver round? Probably not, Paul Tissue. The current silver round, which, by the way, the link to it, I thought I had changed it in the description of my video. That's an outdated link. They're not at Provident Metals anymore. That was before Summit Metals carried them. Summit Metals has the round, and see that there's a couple reasons why I'm probably not going to do a new round, at least anytime soon. If you go to Summit Metals and type Sal, the round will pop up there, and I don't know what the future of the salivate metal round is going to be. Not only that round, but any future round, because things have changed over in Intalia with how they deal with the distribution of privately minted rounds. So I've got to try to work something out to see how that will work. Now, if I can find a way to make that work, I might consider redesigning something new. But that takes a lot of time and effort and money too. There's a lot of upfront money. And believe it or not, folks, the salivate metal rounds, I get very little. My premium is the least of all of everybody's. Intalio makes more money on them than I do. Summit Metals makes more money on them than I do. My cut of the salivate metal rounds is 50 cents an ounce. That's it, 50 cents, and that's okay. I did that to kind of try to keep the prices low for you guys, but they've not really been selling all that much anyway. So I don't know that if I put anything else new out, that it would be all that a big deal. I don't know that anybody would really be interested, to be honest with you. But if there's any interest in a new round, obviously it would depend on the design as well too. But there's not a whole lot of buyers of these things. We'll see. We'll see. I just have to kind of weigh it out and see what's happening, but there's dive fees and everything like that, and the distribution. And I may have to front a whole lot more money than this time for the next, even for more of the salivate metal rounds than before, putting more risk on me individually if they don't sell. So, anyways, yeah, let's see here. All right. Michael K., thank you so much for the algorithmic emoticons here. FF, I don't watch him or some of the other more bigger channels that do that, just because I like to form my own opinions, and I look at a lot of articles and news and do that. And really, I watch more YouTube channels that kind of support this channel and interact with the community. I don't see him really. I don't have anything against him, but I've really seen very little of his stuff. I'm sure he's great. I just don't know. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to form my own opinion. I've been sent some of his video links and thought some of his stuff was pretty good, but I haven't watched a whole lot. But anyways, all right, let's see here. All right, Hoosier Stacker is here. Welcome, Hoosier Stacker. Good to see you, my friend. All right. Let's see here. All right, we're going to peruse our way through here. By the way, guys, I'm going to do a push-up sale. A push-up sale. We've not done one of these in a while. The super chats have been lower the last couple of months here. But, so in other words, we're going to do two push-ups or 2 exercises per dollar via super chat, and 3 for every dollar donated via PayPal, friends and family. Limited time only, just for fun. Get the blood flowing. We'll see. If not, that's okay too. But let's peruse our way through here and see. We've got Ed Reed. I just put $200 in my first gold backs last week. I got the Florida bills, but I don't think I'm going to go crazy with them. Yeah, and it's fun to collect them, and certainly understand for sure. But yes, indeed. Mark Edward Marshall, if we just pal enough time, he will eventually be correct. There you go. Even a broken clock is right twice per day. Indeed it is. Silver Drill Pickle is here. 7 Stacks is here with us. Good to see you. And we've got Maria chimes in on this. The Hot Metal Summer video of the market report for today. Check that video out if you get a chance. I just posted it. Algorithm is not catching it. It says people need to move to where they want to be. We're moving into a police state, form of a neo-Nazi ideology. Things are going to be bad. You cannot buy or sell unless you have the mark of the beast and plant in your brain. Some of that stuff is not far off with the technology out there. So you got to stay safe. I agree with her. Stay safe, people, for sure. James Smith is here with us. Good to see James Smith. Choking Ghost is here. All right. Elk steak. You know what? I've been wanting to try elk burgers and elk steak. I would love to try it. I heard it's a real healthy, lean meat. I've not ever had any. Would love to try elk. That's awesome. Very cool. All right. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Where are we at here? Let's see here. David Rubin is here. Grant W is with us tonight. Let's see here. Oh, he's saying good night. Have a good night. Appreciate you being here. Okay. And let's refresh these real quickly here. Dad's Junk says, so what's normally cause of the summer doldrums? Anything in particular, or is it just what it does in summer? It typically just seems to be that most people are not as focused on the markets in general. People are doing things, they're involved in other activities, and there's people that obviously still pay attention, but not as much as during the fall, spring, and winter months. I think that's really what it's about. All right. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Randy Miller, that's fake numbers. I don't even have a business, Randy Miller. So that's just a joke. I just pick these numbers out of my hat. I've been using the same numbers. I've been eating ground beef bison from Walmart. Really? I didn't know Walmart sold ground beef bison. That's amazing. Would love to try that. Actually, I've tried bison burgers before. That was good. John Bethia, can you write off premiums over face value of gold certificates? I don't know. You have to ask a tax professional on that. If you have gold, that's a collectible item. I think that would probably be like any kind of collectible thing. If you have a gold certificate, I don't know. All right. Costco sells it too. That's cool. Bison is delicious. Nice. I have to try it. All right. The Sean Murphy didn't have much of a brogue. Okay, I'm trying to... Don't know who Sean Murphy is, but let's see here. Thanks, Brother Sal. Thank you, Mario. Appreciate that. And let's see. Let's do one more. Oh, we got that one. Let's refresh this. We may have caught up in the comments. All right. Okay. Sweet Mad Hatter got a Summit Metals 1/10-ounce gold wallet. Way to go. Great idea. Works well, but only has 8 holes for coins and not 10 to make the full ounce. Yeah. The reason why they did that is because these little Summit Metals wallets are literally wallet size, business card size. So it's a standard size. So they're sacrificing the 10 in order to get it to that size, which is really important because you get 2 of them, you can do 16. So I would look at it really as a plus for the, because if it made it to fit 10, it would be an awkward size. I wanted to get a standard size. So it was actually pretty a brilliant move that they did that. But anyways, very good. Yeah, actually, Silver Heist, I did ask about that, and they said it would cause a lot of red flags if I was to use those gold coins, which I use them in my videos. So technically, I should be able to use them as a write-off, right? But no, I won't do that. That would probably create an audit, potentially create an audit, and I don't want to do that. So I just pay the taxes on them. I mean, I don't use that as a write-off. It'd be nice. Jay Unleashed is here. Welcome, Jay Unleashed. Thanks for the link to Summit Metals. Appreciate that. All right, well, folks, I think I'm going to say goodnight. I got to get to work on tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's a new month, and it's close to the 4th. This is July 4th week, and happy Independence Week to you guys. And I appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you for your kindness and support for watching this live stream tonight and being here. Thanks to the few of you who super chatted. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Hope you have a wonderful evening. We'll be back on here tomorrow night for a regular Tuesday night broadcast. With that, I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all and encourage you to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care.